I've been dreaming of a white Christmas. Okay.
I'll add it in there.
Anyway, Christmas was a little bit ago, so
Yeah,
Merry
4 days.
Christmas.
Very late Christmas.
Yeah, we are in right now. We're recording in between Christmas and New Year's, so
Yeah. This will come out on the 30th.
yeah. So this isn't 30 days, but this is the fourth podcast since the whole diet thing.
I think so, yeah.
So
Well, supposed to be 4th. We did skip a week.
So you want me to weigh, and then if I hit the mark, we'll call it good. If not, then what? I got 2 more days.
I think we should decide before you step on there if we're going to call it or if we're going to wait. Because if you do make it, you could slack off for the next 2 days
Mm-hmm.
and get back above weight, and then I'm still at $100.
Right.
So we should decide right now, is this going to be the final weigh-in or is it going to be on the 31st?
Yeah, but it was 30 pounds in 30 days. It didn't say I had to maintain it for 30 days. If I would have lost it in the first week,
Yeah.
would that not have counted?
No.
How's that?
Because you could have just starved yourself for a week and then, ate and then didn't keep it.
Yeah. Well, I did not starve myself. I ate every day.
Yeah.
I was just real choosy on what I ate, cut out probably a bunch of soda. So you know what? Let's just do it now.
Final weigh-in?
Yeah, if I make it, I make it. If I don't, I don't.
We can do it on the 31st instead of today. I'm just saying we decide a day. We can't just, if it's one thing, it's the other,
Well, yeah, nobody wants to wait another week and listen to my diet for another week.
Empty out the pockets.
Yeah.
Watch, he's going to strip.
So you have to fill the space while I'm doing this.
Yeah. So since he started this diet, I actually started my own diet a few days ago. And this is day 3 or 4 and day 4, and I've already lost 10 pounds. So sounds like we're both going on get off of our fat asses month. So, okay, he's stepping up. Bada, swing. 254.6. So you are
A pound off.
1 pound away. I said at the beginning.
Yeah, I know. But hey,
that's still really impressive.
20. I mean, I'll have it in 30 days.
Yeah, if you had 2 more days, yeah. You should have called it in 2 days.
Well, yeah, but the things I do for these few that listen.
Yeah.
So
that's still really impressive. 28 point something pounds.
Yeah.
In 30 days eating at a gas station. That's pretty damn impressive still.
Yeah, I ate every meal at Love's.
Yeah.
Every single one. I have not eaten anything outside of, I think I had a piece of chocolate from Brooklyn. She wanted me to try something. And it was really good too.
Pretty impressive still.
Yeah, but I had salad, I had meat, I had eggs, and the drink thing, I'd have a refresher thing from Dunkin'. Those things are really good, like the kiwi watermelon, add lemonade. So good. Now I'm gonna go up there and get a frou coffee drink, and I plan on taking a 5-gallon bucket and just like super gluing a handle on there.
Yeah.
But yeah, I'm not too upset because I know I'll make it in 30 days.
Yeah.
It's gonna cost me $100, but
yeah. See, if I didn't say that in the beginning, I wouldn't hold you to it. But since I did, now I got to. Like, if you are 1 pound off, I'm still gonna call it. But
I know everybody's just gonna think you're a dick.
That's fine.
I'm $100 dick though.
Yeah, I'm $100 richer being a dick. I'm okay with that.
Well, Colby was bored today, so he was coming up with stuff for the podcast. So Take it away.
I never take it away. I don't like this. So we had Christmas,
Yeah.
of course. What did you think of Christmas for you?
I had a really good Christmas.
Yeah.
Yeah, like I mean, like it wasn't like a present overflowing. Like I got plenty,
Yeah.
you know, but like all the stuff that I
Plenty
did,
but humble.
yeah, like all the stuff that I got, like had some meaning behind it or some humor behind it, like my putting green for the toilet,
Yeah. I
So
got you toilet golf.
yeah, so
Thanks to Ian for his
yeah, appreciate that, Ian.
his gift exchange thing. I stole it from him so I can give it to you.
Gives a whole new meaning to playing the back nine.
Yeah, there you go. We did our Christmas Eve, did a
Yeah,
Christmas Day.
I enjoy that so much more.
That was really nice. We don't have to rush. We can relax, hang out.
Yeah, I mean, because your mom does stuff on Christmas,
Yeah.
traditionally,
Yeah.
as most people do. Um, I'm not traditional, so I'm good with that.
Still pretty cool.
Yeah,
We had a good time.
yeah, I'd really like to do it again next year.
Well, I wanted to do something about the history of Christmas, but I didn't have time to look anything up. So,
Well, that Friends was episode is playing, and
yeah, of course.
yeah,
Um, I know that it was based on a real person, but of course, it over the years, thanks to Coca Cola, it turned into this crazy story.
hmm
And it started as just some guy in some poor town showed up and gave everybody, I think it was shoes, give a lot of the kids shoes. And I don't know all the details after that. I just remember showed up and gave a bunch of kids shoes.
yeah. Well, there's also a Norwegian folklore about this guy that would go around and he would make presents out of wood. He was a wood carver, and he would make all the kids in the village a gift,
Yeah.
and he would go leave it on the porch. The coming down the chimney part is about actually a thief in England.
Yeah.
So like,
He was a
yeah,
chimney sweep, and so
yeah,
he knew how to maneuver in them and whatnot.
yeah. So like everything is like together on
Yeah.
it. Um, I don't know. It's weird how like myths and all that start to like come together
Yeah.
and just mm,
Basically, it's playing the telephone game.
yeah,
Like you say one thing, and then over the years of being told so many times, things change until that's the new truth.
yeah. Well, that's why. Well, like like Santa being red and white, that is directly due to Coca Cola.
Yep.
That's why his colors are that way.
Yeah.
It's so weird that is a thing.
Yeah.
Like a soda company is all like, you know what, we're gonna affect this major holiday.
Most of everything we celebrate about Christmas is because of Coca Cola. I think it's really weird. Like Christmas lights, Coca Cola. They did that in their commercials,
Hmm.
and then that people started actually producing them,
Yeah.
and now they're celebrated for Christmas. The red and white. I don't know where the reindeer came from. I could not tell you where reindeer came from.
Yeah.
I don't think it was Coca Cola. I don't think the elves do come from Coca Cola.
I don't know.
Not sure either.
I don't. I didn't research anything. It's just what I've heard over the years.
Yeah,
So
our little family lore.
yeah.
Um, something else coming up pretty soon is New Year's.
hmm
How do you feel about that going into 2025?
Well, it'll be our 1 year anniversary.
Yeah, for the podcast.
Yeah. Um, I don't know. As I get older, the years just kind of meld together. Like 23 matters as much as 24, as much as 25. Like, is what it is.
Hope 2004 was a little more meaningful.
Yeah, it had a high point.
Uh huh.
Yeah, in June.
Okay.
No, but I mean, like I was still, younger then, but like as I'm older and everything's settling down, and everything's kind of already pushed in the direction that it's going to go no matter what I do.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's just kind of, yeah, another year,
Yeah.
another weekend. So,
Another 40 weekends.
37, but
Yeah.
yeah, can't really round up on those.
Is there anything you want to accomplish next year?
Um, well, for the podcast, I'd really like to try to push to 25%, like top 25%.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean 5%. I mean that's not, you know, a ginormous leap, but
For the people who don't know what we're talking about, we got top 30% of all podcasts on Spotify, all
yeah,
video podcasts,
yeah.
which is weird because we don't do video, but that's all right.
Yeah, we did. We need to again, and pretty much all the podcasts are video.
Yeah.
Like
But still, top 30% of podcasts.
yeah, and I mean, we're realistic about it. On like, there's several that started, did it for a week, and then never did it again.
Yeah.
Um,
And there's literally millions of podcasts. So,
yeah, and some people may only do it once a month, and we do it weekly.
yeah.
So it's a little different thing. And then, of course, surprisingly, how many people actually do listen to us, and they listen multiple times, and
Yeah.
you know, sometimes I think it's a maybe one or two hater, like, what the hell did he say? But
Yeah.
yeah, there's a couple of those, I'm sure. But
So, anything other than top 25%?
uh, personally, personally for me, it's travel.
Yeah.
Yeah, travel and financial freedom.
Yeah.
You know, uh, I mean, it's just at that point in, like, you and your brother's life where, like, I don't have to be as financially responsible because you guys have to start being financially responsible.
Yeah.
So, it's not like a, like, damn it, I'm cutting you off, it's not like I've ever, like, had you on salary.
Yeah.
Uh, well, except that one time, but, but I mean, you were working for
Yeah.
it.
Kind of.
Yeah, kind of. But yeah, I mean, there's some responsibilities that I've taken that I'll pass on to you, and so on and so forth, and
Yeah.
so it's gone well so far.
Hopefully.
Yeah,
Hopefully it stays going well.
I think it will. I mean, I have complete faith in you boys, and you know,
Yeah.
you guys. I'm proud of you guys, no matter what. But
I think you'll be saving some money.
yeah, for me to go do things.
Yeah.
Things I've just wanted to do.
Hmm.
Like, I have traveled the country. I've been to all 48 states, and I've seen some of the coolest road signs. But I never got a chance to pull off and go look, and
Yeah.
but I want to experience some of this life that I've put off for, you know, well, I don't know, 30 years.
Yeah.
So
World's biggest bowl. I want to see that. Yeah.
mm, I want to see the shit I want to see.
Yeah.
I want to go to Vegas to a couple of conferences. Not the porn conference. Well, maybe, but
Wait, conference? Are you talking about convention?
yeah, conference convention.
Okay. I've never heard of it called a conference.
Yeah. Maybe go to Comic-Con. I don't know.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've never been.
Me and Emma are going to the Missouri Comic Con.
Yeah, the Kansas City one.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
I think so. It might be in Springfield.
Well, they have one in Springfield, and then they got a better one in Kansas City.
Okay. Whichever one is the Missouri Comic Con where all the like actually really famous people are going.
That'll be Kansas City.
Yeah.
I mean, they'll have a couple at Springfield. You got to get on there and look at the list. The list will change. Da 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 da. But
as of right now, the guy that voices SpongeBob will be there.
yeah, it cost a lot of money. Get a picture with him.
Yeah.
Get him to sign something. It cost a lot to go.
Yeah, we're gonna have to start saving like soon, which is gonna suck, but that's okay. I hopefully, fingers crossed, one purchase away from getting the truck running. So then I'll have a vehicle,
Mm-hmm.
and then I'll have to start making, my insurance payment and whatnot, and then take a bill from the house,
Which
take over a bill.
which we're probably gonna have to go ahead and pull the trigger on that anyway.
What do you mean?
Like,
Pull the trigger on the bill?
on the insurance.
Yeah,
Like, go ahead and swap on that over because
that's fine.
well, because for you to be on my insurance and be full coverage,
Are you sure you want to talk about this on the podcast?
yeah, I don't care.
Okay.
Yeah, I mean, what are they gonna do? I mean, it's perfectly legal. It's your vehicle,
Well, I mean, it's financial stuff, but yeah, go ahead.
but for you to be listed on my insurance, it costs a lot of money.
Yeah.
You know, um,
For me to be by myself, it's cheaper.
yeah, it's actually cheaper for me to pay for your insurance that's in your name
Yeah.
than it is for me to pay the insurance with you on mine.
Hmm. Okay.
So
Well, I'll be paying for mine anyway, so you'll just be out completely.
yeah, I know that,
Okay.
but until you're like ready for that, because I don't expect you to get insurance until your vehicle's running.
No, I mean if we wanted to go ahead and kick me off of it, we could go ahead and do that like tomorrow. You know,
Yeah,
my dog.
yeah,
Goodness.
yeah. Um, the crap, I lost. The dog came in like a wrecking ball.
Well, we can go ahead and pull the trigger and get
Mm,
me off of your insurance, and I can go
yeah,
ahead and get me on my own.
yeah. Go answer the door for that hoodlum. Yeah, Lord, she comes in like a wrecking ball. She's all excited. Go lay down.
Sorry, little campers.
Yeah.
That's what we're gonna have to call the people,
Well,
or the little campers.
maybe that's up for debate.
How about just the campers?
There we go.
Okay.
Yeah. Um. Anyway, where were we? Insurance.
Yeah.
Okay.
Go ahead and
So,
pull the trigger on kicking me off and getting my own.
well, yeah. I mean, not. I mean, whenever you are financially able to do it, then you take it over, and until then, I'll cover it. So that way, you don't run into any licensing issue because you get put on like this list if you let your insurance lapse.
Yeah.
And then you get put into high risk and you can eventually end up having your license suspended and stuff because you're driving. They think that you're driving without insurance. So yeah, until you're ready, it's actually cheaper for me to have you do your own.
And I'll be ready like this week, like on Friday, because I just had to get through the holidays,
Mm-hmm.
and now I'm okay.
Well, it's not about pushing real fast. Just
Well, it's been set in motion for a while.
yeah,
It's just finally doing it.
yeah, that's fine. However it works out, I don't care.
Yeah.
The only reason I talked about it is because like some people don't know that
Yeah.
that oh yeah, so might be helpful advice to somebody. I don't know,
Yeah.
or everybody's gonna be like, yeah, we fucking know that, Adam. So either way, um,
Next year is going to be a truck year for me. Truck and travel is what the idea is.
yeah,
I want to by the end of next year, I would like to have my truck where I'm proud of it, not just where it's good enough.
yeah,
You know, I want to do new headlights, body work, you know, the works. Get
yeah,
it to something I'm proud of instead of something that's good enough. That's what I'd like. And then traveling. Me and Emma want to do a lot of traveling next year,
yeah,
which while we're young, I'd really like to.
yeah. You definitely should. Like, you don't have any kids, you don't have a whole lot of responsibilities.
Yeah.
Yeah, go enjoy life.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like I've always told you, you can either do it now or you can do it later. I'm doing it later, and sounds like you want to do it now.
I'm going to try and do it now. We'll see how well that goes.
Well, just you know, stay out of the fantasy and stay in reality.
Yeah.
Can you afford to go to Paris? No. Can you afford to go to Cuba, Missouri? Sure. You know.
Yeah.
So yeah,
Cuba, Missouri.
yeah,
Sounds like one hell of a vacation.
yeah. Um,
I really want to go to Canada.
yeah,
Canada's realistic because it's a drive.
yeah, right.
And it's cold and it's pretty. They got a lot of really good mountains and whatnot. Um, and then if not Canada, or if Canada, probably still go to Alaska. Alaska would be really cool uh, because of their mountains and nature and whatnot. The cat stole your fucking chair. What would you think about Alaska?
I'd love to go to Alaska. It's cold as hell, but
Yeah.
if I was prepared for it and I had the money for it. If I go to Alaska, though, honestly, I'd probably do one of those cruises.
Yeah.
Because I like the coast. Um, Plus, I get to see part of Alaska countryside.
Yeah.
And then you get to see whales and stuff like that. So, um, if I go on another cruise, that would be the one that I would go on.
It's to Alaska.
Mm-hmm.
Or to Alaska. Yeah.
To Alaska, yeah. So I would
That's
have,
something I always wanted to do too, is cruise.
yeah.
Cruises are so cool.
But that leaves out of like Seattle,
Yeah.
and so I'd have to fly from Seattle or from Kansas City to Seattle, and then get on the boat from there.
Get on a boat.
Mm-hmm.
It would be really cool to go back to Florida too. I know that's thinking pretty small, but Florida is really, really awesome. I had a lot of fun while I was at Florida.
Yeah. Could wait until they have like an elderly gay cruise.
Okay.
Well, I mean, like free stuff.
Uh-huh.
Just saying.
Sure, we'll call that your reason.
Hey, come on now. Girls been doing it, guys, for years. I might as well get a little and get in on the action.
Alright. What else you got?
Um,
I'm out of my list.
oh, you're out of your list already?
Yeah.
Oh, man. All right. You covered that first 5 minutes.
Yeah, 20, but yeah.
So, I know we're late on a lot of things because we took the week off and everything.
Because I was sick.
Yeah, you were sick. It was Christmas time. It was a good time to take a week off.
Yeah.
So, but we are behind on stuff, but it's already come and gone. But the drones, like that was my favorite thing to watch.
I only ever saw one thing about the drones, one TikTok, and it was gone.
I saw a bunch.
I didn't see almost anything.
And it's weird how like it's just like gone now.
Yeah.
Like everybody's talking about it, and it's like, all right, everybody shut up. All right, cricket.
Yeah.
So
Did we ever figure out what it was?
well, the military says that they're mostly commercial and uh, whatever they call regular people having drones, recreational.
Yeah.
Yeah. The few that we don't know what they are is just because we didn't have enough information to find out what it was, or there was too much traffic and
Yeah.
bunch of bullshit.
I wish they would have gone with the Amazon floating warehouse theory.
Well,
That's pretty cool.
there was an officer who had a sworn statement that she's seen 50 drones come out from the ocean and come inland.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, I mean, was it 50? Could have been 40. Could have been 30. Like all you see something freaky, but she said something about it.
Yeah.
So there has to be a little bit to that.
Yeah.
So
There'll be something.
there was something going on, and they're never going to tell us about it, but they've resolved it, and now it's gone.
Yeah.
So, and then now they're saying that it's, there's drones in Paris now, and so it'll just spread around. But yeah, I'm whenever a senator is saying that, yeah, this other government has a boat out there with drones and they're sending drones in to look at our thing, at our installations and stuff. And then you got Joe Rogan saying that they were looking for a missing piece of nuclear technology, not like a nuclear warhead or anything like that.
Yeah.
But there was a piece missing, and it was somewhere, and so they were scanning the area to find it, and and if that's true, then they must have found it, and it's gone.
Yeah. Weird to think about if that is really what it was, though. Like, our government has that kind of technology at such a strong, easy will to use.
Well, yeah, they got so much stuff that we don't even know about. Like, I mean,
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, that's freaky.
well, like the TVs, like so if I went out and bought a brand new TV today, right?
Yeah.
And because it just hit the store today, so I had I go and I get the newest and the greatest TV that is available on the market today.
Yeah.
It's already outdated.
Yeah.
They've already got TVs 7 years in advance. They have all the technology already worked out, and they've done that for a long time.
Yeah.
They don't release all the technology that they have. So whenever like we got 4K, then that means they got 8K. Whenever they release 8K, that means they got 16K.
Yeah.
And it just goes up and up and up and up. So like eventually we're going to be able to smell whatever movie scene we're in.
Mm-hmm.
Like though there is one movie theater that does that.
Yeah, and they'll actually like spritz you with water and stuff
Yeah, if
too.
it's raining, then you'll get like a mist in the air.
Yeah.
If it's in like a sewer, you'll get a bad smell. If it's in a bakery, you'll get a good smell. Like,
That's so weird.
yeah, it's like full sensory. You know, the audio is like really on point. I wish I knew where it was or what the name was because I'd love to go there.
Mm-hmm.
But
I mean, you could probably just look it up, like
yeah,
full sensory movie theater.
yeah, I don't think I would watch like a zombie movie in there.
Yeah, that'd probably stink pretty bad.
Yeah, because I mean,
Be cool to watch like Jaws. Jaws would be cool.
yeah,
It'd probably smell like fish for most of the movie, but
yeah.
like on the boats and stuff.
But back to the whole drone deal though. Um, I do like to think, if they were aliens.
Yeah. Knowing you, it's what if they're aliens? Can we fuck it?
And but um, depends on how many fingers they got.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, we found out like episode 2. Like, I am way more open to that than you are. You're like, no. But I don't know. I mean, did you ever think about that? Like, what if it is aliens?
Yeah, that didn't cross my mind at all.
Huh?
No.
I don't know. I don't know if they'd be good. I don't know if they'd be bad, but they'd be different.
Yeah.
And I kind of wish that it was.
It'd be cool to find out, like for sure.
Yeah.
But who knows?
Well, it's just, like all this stuff that they throw at us, like, I don't know, like the whole like Luigi thing.
Mm-hmm.
He had a freaking comic book movie perp walk.
Yeah.
Like, I mean, if that doesn't show you that they just treat the public like we're idiots, and they just give us TV shit,
Yeah.
because that's all that was.
Mm-hmm.
Like it could have been like one dude um, with a can of mace, and
Yeah.
and like nothing would have happened.
Yeah.
But they got they got the mayor of New York out there. They got the police chief out there. They got FBI. They got SWAT. They got NYPD. They've got Secret Service. They got everybody.
Yeah.
And everybody's got a bulletproof vest on except him. Um, so I mean that's that's what they were worried about. They were
Yeah.
worried about looking cool, and you're like, oh, we got him. We're going to send a message. Like, to who?
Ain't
To
nobody listening.
Yeah, to who? I mean, you think what he did is a new thought to everybody?
Yeah.
Everybody's had that thought. Just somebody finally got a little too out of pocket on that. But
Yeah.
I mean,
Somebody finally crashed out, as my generation would say.
yeah. And I mean, nobody should go around and do that, But I get it.
Oh yeah.
I understand it.
All right.
Well, I mean, the country is filled with people that have been screwed over by health insurance. Health insurance is not there to help you. They'll cover some stuff that they said that they will, but if they can get out of anything, and I do mean anything, that insurance companies have investigators,
Yeah.
to get out of stuff. So, like let's say you have like one story um, is this couple had health insurance. They filled out the application and all that stuff. She did not list as a smoker.
Yeah.
Right. But uh, she got into a car wreck and she died.
Yeah.
Well, then they went back through her social media, found a picture of her smoking.
Mm-hmm.
They so her insurance did not cover her because she lied on her application. So that makes that contract null and void. So now they don't have to cover her wreck.
It's fucked up, but it makes sense.
Yeah, and
Like I
they
get it.
that that shouldn't matter. You know what I mean? Like the question never should be on there. The
Hmm.
question should be on there. Can you pay for it?
Yeah.
You know, I mean, it's ridiculous. You know, but I mean, health insurance has just been horrible for everybody. You know, I mean, like well, like Luigi, right? You know, like his back isn't covered. You know, he couldn't get his surgery. His back was always in pain. You know, that kind of what drove him to it, along with the story of his mother, and that was enough for him to snap. Well, now he's in prison. He now has the world's best health insurance.
Yeah.
He doesn't have to pay for it. His
Yeah.
back will be better because he'll finally get the treatment that
Yeah.
he's supposed to have. And that's just you know,
You have
there's
to go to jail to get proper health care.
yeah, there's stories of like this one older man who couldn't afford dialysis went into a bank and robbed the bank of $1.
Yeah.
So that way he could go to prison to get put on dialysis because he's gonna live in prison, but at least he's living.
Yeah.
It's sad, and you know, so yeah, whenever he done that, and then everybody just didn't give a shit
Yeah.
because you know they brought it on themselves.
Yeah.
So, but man, we ain't gonna get no plays now because you know, I mean,
Algorithm is gonna fuck us.
yeah, like I'm not pro Luigi, but I get it.
Hmm.
I understand it. Like, I mean, I there should be another way.
Yeah.
You know, like there's something else we can do besides that. You know, like that dude's family did not deserve that. His kids don't deserve that.
Yeah.
You know, I don't even think he deserved it. You know, but there's something that we as a society can do to right the ship. You just can't get two people to agree.
I think it was pretty funny how much of America like stood with him. They're
And
like, "Oh yeah, yeah, like we're with this guy."
yeah, yeah. They're like Luigi. Nah, he was with me last week. Like there was
Yeah.
a lot of those.
Yeah.
You know, um, but yeah, I mean, and that story's died down now.
Yeah.
You know, and it'll get swept under the rug and stuff like that. I mean, they gave him terrorism charges.
Really.
Yeah,
I mean, that makes sense. I can't even bullshit that one. That one makes sense.
for him to get that charge.
For terrorism,
Yeah,
uh, eliminating a public figure. I mean,
it's not a public figure.
it's a CEO of a major health company.
Yeah,
That's a public figure.
nah.
Okay.
He's afforded the same privacy as everybody else.
Yeah, but at what point does it become terrorism?
Whenever that risk is there, you know, like it's just one dude that done something awful,
Yeah.
but you know, he had no conspiracy of, you know, like he wasn't 9/11. You
Yeah.
know,
No,
he
it
he
wasn't
wasn't
that.
Oklahoma City.
Yeah.
You know, he wasn't even the dude down south with a damn car.
Yeah.
You know, like he he's not any of those people. You know, there was a
I guess that makes
there
sense.
was a
Yeah.
witness to it. There was a witness to it, and he didn't do anything to the witness.
Yeah.
You know, but you got to. I mean, if you want to do that, then you've got to do that for every like inner city drive by, right?
Hmm.
Any well, just pretty much all murders. You'd have to link that to terrorism now.
Yeah.
You know, because yeah,
Okay, that makes sense. Yeah. I follow you.
yeah. I mean, this wasn't a plot to overthrow a government or anything.
Hmm.
You know, people get mad at companies all the time, but whenever you attack like the federal government and the people of that government, you know, then yeah, okay, I get it. It's just a healthcare CEO.
Yeah, I guess that makes sense.
Right? The only reason he's on that is because um, healthcare controls the money, which means that they donate the money. So now they're lobbyists to the government. And so they tell the government that they want this taken care of. They want an example made so nobody else does it again.
Yeah.
So
Okay. I guess that makes sense.
personally, I still don't think it was him.
You still don't think it was him?
No. To me, the pictures don't match.
Yeah.
But, he's saying it is.
Hmm.
So I don't know.
Maybe he's the fall guy.
I mean, that's a real thing.
Yeah.
I mean, because really, how hard is it to like be the fall guy, be on TV, go to court, do this, that, and the other, and then you go to quote unquote prison, and then you're never seen again.
Yeah.
Nobody ever puts a camera in your face. Nobody ever asks about you. I mean, all you got, I mean, would you go to prison for, would you take the fall for a murder charge, right? Go to prison for 5 years. But once you have done your 5 years and everybody's forgotten about you, you get to go live in Costa Rica, Mexico.
How much money do I get for this?
Oh. I don't know how much would it take.
Mm,
I mean, you can never see your family or come to the United States again.
oh, I didn't think about that. I don't know
Yeah,
if I could do that then.
yeah, you don't get to go back to your regular life.
Why not? I did my time. I can come back.
No, you're gone for murder. You're supposed to be on death row. You know what I mean? Like
Or release people from murder charges all the time.
yeah, your life in prison and stuff like that. But
But somehow I get out. And
well, because you're okay. So the government needs a patsy, so they're going to pay somebody to take the fall to make it look like they're taking the fall.
yeah. And
Hey,
after a few years, they'll
yeah,
let you go to another country.
yeah. Well, nobody's going to know that you're out
Yeah.
because everybody's going to forget,
Yeah.
and then you're just going to leave one day.
Okay.
How much money would it take for you to never come to America again, never see your family again, and never be like on camera or anything?
I don't think there could be a price for it. That's never seeing my brothers, my sister, you, my mom,
Mm-hmm.
aunts, cousins, uncles. That's nobody ever. I don't think I could do that. If I was absolutely forced to, like, either
Mm-hmm.
you're going to jail for the rest of your life or we'll cut you this deal, I would probably, if I was in jail for the rest of my life, I would never have a meaningful connection to any of you again anyway.
Mm-hmm.
So I'd say like 5, 10 mil.
Really?
If I absolutely have to, like,
Damn, that's cheap, bro.
oh, if there's no way I'm going to see you guys again anyway, like,
Well, no, like
go to prison for the rest of my life.
no, you didn't do it.
Yeah.
You're just sitting at home. You happen to look kind of like the guy that they have on the surveillance, right? But they can't find him. They need somebody to take the fall because they're worried about everybody going up in arms to copycat and do the same
Yeah.
thing. Which there was a few of those, by the way.
Okay.
Um. So
They contact me
yeah,
like, hey,
you're sitting at home not doing anything anyway, and they're
yeah,
like, "Hey, we got this proposition. We need you to take the fall for this, but you're going to end up being somewhere else, and you'll have plenty of da 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 da."
I don't think I could do it. I probably couldn't. Like, if I was offered 100 million, I probably still couldn't do it. I value my family pretty highly,
I mean, I do too.
but
I mean, if it was
them kids.
like, my stipulation would be like, like you guys would know that I didn't do it. Maybe not in the first half of it or whatever, but you would know that I did it, that I didn't do it, and they would have to pay me so much to where everybody's set up. You, your brother,
Yeah.
my brothers, um, Daisy, Isaiah, like everybody.
Yeah.
Everybody gets the pretty much the best of everything after I've done what they wanted.
Yeah,
Maybe.
that makes sense. Like as a dad, that makes sense.
Yeah. I
I
mean,
still couldn't do it.
I don't think I could pull the trigger on it. But I don't think I could actually do it,
Yeah.
but I would have the conversation.
Okay.
Yeah. I mean, because I don't think that they would not grant me as much as I feel that it would cost. Because I mean, it I mean, there's some dollar signs, but it don't end with an M. You know,
Yeah.
it starts at a B, and it's a high B.
Yeah.
So like, I'm gonna be a knock on the national debt
Yeah.
kind of high. So people are gonna ask, what is this unallotted fund?
Yeah.
So that would be rough around my price.
I don't know how the hell we got here.
Merry Christmas,
Yeah.
Happy New Year. So with the new year coming up and everything, um, yeah, I'd really like to try to reformat this the best we can.
Yeah.
Um,
Make
have
the
a
podcast as good as possible.
well, like I would like to do like a actual episode, like, and I mean, I enjoy the random bullshit sessions that we always do,
Yeah.
but I would like to find a thing to talk about. You know what I mean? Like if we're going to talk about, let's say those drones,
Yeah.
then let's talk about those drones.
For a whole hour.
Yeah, I mean, dude, we can do that pretty easy.
Okay.
Yeah, I mean, it's just we have to actually stay focused because you and me are so random and scatterbrained.
I think that's why people like listening to us though, because we talk about a bunch of random stuff. It's not all one thing.
Yeah.
Because one thing for an hour gets boring.
Well, I mean, like I've seen those guys that clearly have segments, right?
Yeah.
And it's like, and transition, you know, and I don't like those.
Yeah.
I mean, they are, kind of, I don't know, they're too fake, I guess.
Okay.
Like, is that really their opinion? I mean, you and me give our opinion, but damned. Like it don't matter what we say.
Yeah.
We don't really care. We try to, curb some of the harsher ones.
Yeah.
Um, but I mean, we still say our opinion.
Yeah.
But
Having
yeah,
back issues over there.
yeah, I am. But no, I just want to just start, having the topic of the day, and then it'll like we started talking about Luigi, right? And then when somehow we ended up, how much is it going to cost for you to disappear from your family?
Yeah.
You know. So I mean, that's the kind of stuff I'm talking about. Like we actually research this, like the Luigi thing, the whole thing,
Yeah.
and give all the information, inform our opinions off that, and then talk.
I think it could be good. I don't think it would be as good as what we already do though. I think what we do is pretty damn good I mean, people listening, tell us what you like your opinion on it. But
Yeah.
I feel like people like listening to our podcast because we don't do that. We're like literally the description of the podcast is father and son talking about the world.
Mm-hmm.
It doesn't mean like topic of the day or topic of the week. Like we have random shit that we talk about
Yeah.
that somewhat correlates to what's happening in the world.
Yeah.
I think that's why people listen to us.
Well,
But who knows? I guess we'll find feedback.
that and I'm pretty.
There's no video.
They know.
Uh-huh.
They know.
I'm sure.
Yeah. Uh-huh. I wish I was as pretty as I thought I was.
Everybody does.
Mm-hmm. Um, I don't know. Is there anything like on the top of your head that you need some advice on?
Get some advice.
Yeah,
I don't know. Me and you talk a lot,
we
so
do.
there's not a whole lot of questions I have anymore, especially from last night as we sat down and played that game.
Yeah,
Um,
we should have played it and recorded it. Is what we should have done.
we can.
Well, maybe we can do it next week or something like that.
Okay. Um, so a question or advice. Um, what's your advice on what I should do with my truck?
Mm,
Honestly, not sparing feelings.
honestly, I think that you need to spend the money to fix it and get it running, right? And you get it running good enough to where it gets you back and forth to work, and it's reliable enough to do so.
Mhm.
And then that's as far as you take it. Save up money, buy you a better, reliable car or pickup, whichever one, because pickup suits your work better. Um, buy you something that saves gas because you don't need a 360 to go to work. You know,
Well, sometimes we have to tow trailers and stuff, and I could be the trailer guy.
yeah, are you getting paid for your truck? Are you getting paid to pull the trailer?
Yeah, I get paid miles,
Okay.
pulling miles, and it's better on the family truck because right now it's getting pulled with the V6 Ford heavy
Yeah,
materials. So a big 360 with a towing package probably be a little better.
that's not the responsibility of the employee. So that's my advice on that.
Okay.
Yeah, because it all depends on how much the mileage pay is. I mean, if it's 50 cents a mile, that's not worth it.
Yeah.
It needs to be probably 74 cents a mile. Because you got to pay for the wear and tear, you got to pay for the oil, you got to pay for the gas, you got to pay for the tires, you got to pay for the shocks.
Yeah.
Everything has a shelf life.
Yeah.
It doesn't matter. Like that's why I get on. Like I know you guys look at me sometimes kind of weird whenever it's like something to do with like my my grabbers that I have here.
Yeah.
Like you start squeezing the handle and playing with them and stuff like that, and it's like, they've only got so many squeezes in them,
Yeah.
and then they go out. So, and then whenever I need to use it, I can't.
Yeah.
But yeah, your truck should be a priority B after you get it running. Right now, it's priority A,
Yeah.
and then downgrade it to priority B, and then work on getting you a better vehicle. And once you have that, now you can take your extra money that you have and put it into that truck to make it the way that you want.
Okay.
And eventually it can be your main truck, you know.
Who knows if I'll take this advice, but
we both know you ain't gonna take its advice.
hey, I finally took some of your advice not that long ago.
And it worked out, didn't it?
I don't remember.
It did.
Okay.
Mhm.
I know I'm young and you're some, but do you have any advice or questions or wondering some advice for me?
Um, it's such a wide open question, and I don't even know why I think you'd have the answer, but it's like one of those like, why am I this way?
Okay. Because I'm the more psychology guy. You're the more life experience
I
guy.
guess, but I uh, I feel so different than you know. I feel like I don't fit in with the dads my age.
Yeah.
I mean, obviously, because we're doing a podcast.
Isn't yeah.
I mean, it's not much of a stretch. Because but most guys my age are work, go home, this, that, and the other. Making more level-headed business decisions. Like
Yeah.
maybe they're starting a business, maybe they have a business, maybe you know, they have a lot of different things going on that I don't because I choose to have other things go on. So I feel like I'm uh like right of center.
So what's the question?
Why am I that way?
Why are you left center instead of on track?
Yeah.
Um, I think it's because you still have like a childish heart or a young heart, you could say.
Okay.
Like part of you doesn't want to grow up a little bit. Like you grew up in the ways that mattered, which was um, like a really strong work ethic, paying your bills,
Yeah.
that kind of thing. But outside of working, I don't think you've grown up in a while because, whenever you come home, most dads, your age, when they come home, it's, work on their little project or spend some time with helping the kids with something, something like that.
Yeah.
And with you, having kids so young is also part of it because now we don't need the, oh, can you help me with my homework? That kind of thing.
Yeah.
Now, whenever you come home, it's childish things, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
Like, um, dreaming still. Like most people your age aren't dreaming anymore.
Yeah.
Like, I want to do all these things. I want to, most people at your age are like, yeah, this is what it's going to be.
Yeah.
You're dreaming of a bigger podcast or you're playing video games or,
Yeah.
whenever you come home from work, there's either two ways from you. Either you go into teenager mode or you stay in work mode.
Yeah.
And if you stay in work mode, you keep cleaning, you go work on something, which that's kind of what most dads are in.
Mm-hmm.
But then you have that teenage mode where you're like, I just want to play video games and hang out.
Yeah.
So I think that's what separates you from normal dads.
Yeah. Yeah. And I like that part, like doing like the normal dad thing. Like I
Yeah.
really enjoy it. Like so I managed, I don't know how, but I managed to save up some money and um enough to pay off most of my debt.
Yeah.
I was able to, I mean, I didn't get what I was hoping for, but I by being able to save, I was able to pay off my stuff.
Yeah.
Um, so like my medical thing done, uh, loan payment done, you know. So my credit is going to go, whoop, and I love that. And it's so weird being an adult in that area because it's like, I really wanted a four wheeler, you know.
Teenager mode. Yeah.
Yeah, like I really wanted that. I really wanted to just go buy one or go buy a pickup that I want,
Yeah.
Um, I would have loved to have done that, but gotta do what's right,
Yeah.
you know. I think one thing to help me to stay in dad mode and do all those dad things is I'm gonna have to make sure that everybody stays the fuck out of my garage. So I'm paying to have it cleaned out next weekend, right?
A hill.
By people,
Okay.
and they're trying to come clean it out.
Okay.
And they're asking me, like, well, what do you want thrown out? I said 90%.
Yeah.
I want 90% of that shit gone because 90% of it ain't even mine.
Yeah.
Like there's this person's stuff and then that person's stuff and then this person's stuff and then that person's stuff. There's like four people's stuff in there that doesn't mean anything to them.
Mm-hmm.
Like there's some plywood in there.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't get no plywood.
I didn't get no plywood.
Yeah. Where'd it come from? We don't know. I don't know whose it is, but they're getting ready to lose it.
In random sheets of foam.
Yeah.
Brand new purchased foam. Where the hell did that come from?
Yeah, that's getting thrown away.
Yeah.
Like all of it. Because I want to go back to working on the damn tractor I brought in to do dad stuff.
I brought it in, but yeah.
No, I think you did.
I asked you for help.
Okay. Anyway,
I brought it in to work on it, and I worked on it. But yeah.
you took it apart.
It put some back together.
But I want to go back to working on that so I can have a project, complete it, and be happy about it.
Yeah.
Hey, I swear to God, your dog is like a teenage girl. Like,
It's it from her grandpa.
yeah, like she don't know what she wants. She wants in, she wants out. She wants to go look around. She wants to smell something.
Yeah. Part of me with that idea of just someone's coming and just throwing shit away,
Yeah.
part of me wants to like, oh, I should go in there and grab the stuff I want.
Mhm.
But at the same time, I know everything in there I probably don't need. Like,
Mhm.
I know some of the stuff in there is mine, and I know there's boxes in there from like
Yeah.
college and whatnot.
Yeah, like in the very front, like it's not that much.
No, it's like 2 boxes.
Yeah.
But I know if I go through them, I'm gonna keep probably most of it. So I think I'm gonna, if it's worth more than $50,
Yeah.
I'll take it. If it's less, if it's $40, I'll still throw it away.
Yeah.
Because, like I know one of the things in there is a like almost brand new Google Home clock that I used like twice. And I would really like to start using it again.
Yeah.
So that'll probably be that I can think of the only thing I'll save.
Love that for you.
Yeah, I used it at college for
Yeah.
about a week.
They're so great.
Yeah.
I still use the one that you guys bought me for Christmas like 6 years ago.
It was great until my roommate came.
Yeah.
Then they're really loud and inconvenient, and it's not being very self-aware of the people around you.
True.
Because I'm sharing a room with someone.
Yeah.
So I stopped using it. I haven't used it since.
Yeah. They should have a roommate mode.
Yes. But
We said it, you can't take it without paying us.
but I would like to like get my room back to running order and use it again. It'd be great.
I would really love to like do the whole house and either Amazon or Google, one or the other.
Yeah.
Just do the whole house. Do all the lights, do everything.
Oh, so when they take over, they control everything about our house. Got
Yeah.
it.
Well, that and I want to be able to do that, like intruder alert, and then like, Fortunate Son starts playing,
Yeah.
all the lights turn red. Yeah.
You've seen that before.
Yeah. I would love to do that. I'd have a sign on my front door, please try to break in.
Yeah.
Go into my old paintball days real quick. So anyway, I don't know. Yeah, so the garage is going to be the next project, and see how that goes. And then I'm going to change the locks. I'm not going to let anybody in.
Yeah.
Yeah,
All my shit's gonna be in the front yard.
nah, I'll still use it. But yeah, no, like so like like you guys talked about, like we were talking, like I don't know, I still young heart, teenage mode, and shit like that.
Yeah.
To be a good dad, there's a certain amount of dick you got to be.
Yeah.
Like, I mean, you can go too much, and then you're just an asshole at that point.
Yeah.
It's a fine level, but
A fine line you eventually learn.
yeah, I mean, I'm not. I know I'm not a dick enough.
Okay.
Like there's.
I think you're a dick plenty, but
Well, I mean, I think I'm on the light side of it.
oh yeah, but all right.
What's the biggest dick move I've had?
Like in history,
Sure.
um, where to start?
Yeah, we need this recorded for posterity. So
Biggest dick move. Um, Smacking my sandwich out of my hand as a kid.
that was to me the biggest one.
Yeah. You want to tell that story?
Um, yeah,
Or-
I mean we can.
We're already past CPS, so you don't got to worry about it.
Yeah, I don't remember. I don't remember what the argument even was.
Yeah. How old was I?
Oh, you were. I mean, you were like,
Not even 10.
no, you were like 8.
Yeah.
Something like that. But you had done something, and I don't remember what it was. But I was getting on to you, and I was loudly talking. We'll say because it wasn't yelling.
It was belting.
Okay, well, I'll meet you in the middle. So we were doing that whole deal, and he has a sandwich in his hand,
Yeah.
and he's, as most kids are, whenever their dad's yelling at him, or belting, as you called it, um, they're scared and they're nervous and they're anxious and stuff. And looking like, as soon as I done it, I knew what you were doing,
Yeah.
but in that instant, this little shit, you know.
Yeah.
Um, so he has this half a triangle sandwich in his hand, and I'm yelling at him, and he's looking at me, and he takes a bite of the sandwich like this. I took it as, like, I don't give a shit what you got to say, old man, da, 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 da,
Yeah.
and it just, I mean, it was just reaction, like just whack, and like pouring out my face.
He didn't hit me or nothing. He just smacked my sandwich across the room out of my hand.
Yeah, I mean, it was slick. I mean, I think you still had like a little bit of crust in between your fingers,
Yeah.
but they just. So I don't know if you remember that part in Nacho Libre when he was like, "Get that corn out of my face."
I guess I don't remember that, but
Yeah, he was like eating Mexican street corn,
yeah.
and then like smacked it. Anyway, um, but yeah,
These are my recreation gloves.
I felt so bad, that's the whole reason I sent you to your room is because of how shitty I felt.
Yeah.
Uh, yeah, I had a long conversation with your mom about that because she didn't get mad at me for it, but it was just like, what the hell was that kind of deal,
Yeah.
So, but we agree on my biggest dick move. Is that what I'm hearing?
From memory, yeah. I mean, having to dodge wrenches was another one, but
Well, I was mad at an object. I wasn't mad at you.
yeah.
Which that's a weird thing too.
What?
The wrench throwing.
Okay.
But
Why is that a weird thing?
well, before we get into that, that way I'm on record,
Yes.
and you can always come back and listen to this over and over and over.
Uh-huh.
I officially apologize
For
for
smacking my
smacking the sandwich out of your hand. It didn't have as much to do with you as it had to do with me. Okay.
Officially and formally on episode 50?
Is it 50?
I think so. Let me double check. Keep talking.
Yeah. But the wrench throwing deal, there's a lot of people that go through that phase. I mean, I think girls do it too, but usually not with wrenches. But
What?
well, I mean, it could. I mean, everybody goes through this. It's not just a male thing.
It'd be episode 49, by the way. But yeah.
Um, but I don't know. It's like whenever you're not fully mature yet, like for some odd reason that makes sense to do.
Yeah.
And there are mature people that do it somewhat, but not because of like, I meant to grab a 9/16, not a half inch. Bleh.
Yeah.
So they're doing it for probably actual reasons. But it's weird whenever you get into that mode, and like that seems like the proper answer, and then now that's not my thing.
Yeah.
I don't throw wrenches. I don't. I'm calm.
Yeah.
To me.
Your anger became silent instead of expressive.
Yeah.
Like whenever you get angry, you get really quiet, just like I do.
Yeah.
Until you reach a certain point, and then you're like, "Rah."
Well, I mean, and most of the things I don't even get angry about. Like you've come and told me some things. I'm like, oh, okay. And I don't know. It's just a mood change. Like,
Yeah.
I don't know. It just seems like there's bigger problems that require my attention, not these smaller ones. So, so I don't worry about them.
Makes sense. I don't know. Weird. Because whenever I was growing up, you were like number one emotion, most common one was anger.
Yeah.
And then just I don't know. And just one day it just switched and it was different. I know for you it was gradual, but for me it was like that's normally like what's going on.
Yeah,
It was weird for me because I was like, oh, this isn't my dad. What's going on? He's supposed to be angry. What's
yeah, yeah. Well, there were several times you came to me where you were waiting for me to get angry, and I mean, I'm really glad I passed that point in my life, and a lot of that has to do with me getting out of the negative situations that I've had,
yeah.
like negative people. Like I've done a lot of cultivating of negativity out of my life.
Hmm.
Um, and it's just healthier.
Yeah.
I'm happier. I mean, it's weird when like it's really hard to like um cut people from your life.
Hmm.
Um, sometimes it's a necessity. Sometimes it's overused, but sometimes, I mean, for me, it was a necessity.
Yeah.
So yeah, I wouldn't use. I don't know. I wouldn't use that for every answer, you know.
Hmm.
But it's like, well, that situation that we were talking about the other day, and at a unspoken location where there's a certain amount of shit talking. Like people not really, because I don't think they feel that way, but they say things
Hmm.
because they think I don't know if they're looking out for me or greedy with me. I don't know what the reasoning is. All I know is that um, they're not really looking out for my best interest. Like they don't care if I'm happy or if I'm mad or if I'm sad. They don't really care about my feelings.
Hmm.
You know, they just like having me around. So I cut that out.
Yeah.
You know, and no shade or hard feelings to anybody. I just don't need that in my life.
Yeah.
If you're not about me, like, and I'm not saying that like conceited,
Yeah.
but like if you're not about helping me and I'm not about helping you, then we have no business doing anything.
Yeah. And that makes sense.
Yeah,
That's
like,
just protecting yourself.
well, I mean, it's like you and me. Like, I want you to be happy,
Hmm.
and I'll take a little sadness for you to be happy. Just like you've done some things that makes you a little sad to see me happy.
Yeah.
That's a healthy back and forth. But um,
Yeah. I had to lose a dog pooping calendar for that toilet golf. I was so upset about
with your dog, we could have pre-filled out that calendar.
it.
So
Every month was a new dog picture of a dog shitting, like on top of a mountain by a river.
your dog would have been so jealous.
Yeah.
That's actually a really cool calendar. I kind of need that for work. So the guys bought me a girly calendar, but I can't have it at work.
Why
So
not? HR.
well, I mean, you said it. So I mean, whenever like business wise, you can't have stuff like that. Because if you have corporate from either businesses and stuff like that.
Yeah. There's a certain standard need to be upheld.
Oh, and uh, I mean, I'm about out of stuff to say, but
Well, we've reached our time limit. So what's up?
well, I think we should probably start to end this on how I feel is some great news for Jasper.
Oh
Just
yeah.
fantastic news. I'm I was giddy whenever I seen it. I'm so happy. I love it because I hated having that fucking trash can in my damn driveway. But Cards is no longer going to be picking up the trash in Jasper.
Yeah.
We've switched over to an E&W disposal, I think is the name of it. I don't care. It could have been John Paul Henry for it. It don't matter. The Pope.
Last day is Tuesday, right?
Yeah, yeah. The Pope could come by in the Pope mobile and pick up my trash, and I would be just fine with that.
Yeah.
Um, yeah, it just
As long as it's not ours.
yeah, like they're losing business everywhere, and it's fantastic.
Because they can't do their job right. They have one job, pick up trash, and they can't fucking do it.
Well, and like I'll see like some of their employees like out and about and whatnot, and undoubtedly they're great guys. Like the day in day out guys, the guys that actually work there.
Yeah.
Great people, like the drivers, the laborers, the mechanics, all them guys, fantastic.
Mm-hmm.
Then you get into the corporate side of things, it's like, holy shit. I've been in on some meetings that was just like, really? Like, really? Like, we're gonna screw these people over. Okay. All right. So yeah. So I'm so happy to see that piece of shit get out of here.
All right. There's our shit talking for the week.
Yeah. So I don't know. We'll have to leave a present for the NW driver.
Yeah.
Just welcome aboard. Thank you for being here.
We've been expecting you.
Yeah. Oh, free at last. Free at last. Anyway, that's all I got. So have a fantastic week, and we'll see y'all next weekend.
Next year.
Next year.